how to beat cover 2 with a deep middle linebacker. So people say, how do you beat cover 2 in Madden 18? And then everyone says, throw deep in the middle, throw deep down the seam. So let's go out and show you an actual play we would use to beat cover 2, and then we'll show you the play that he's talking about, where you actually drop a defender deep in the middle. You see a lot of players do it, and it's pretty challenging to it takes away that deep killer cover 2. So if they just call a simple cover 2 and you're backed up and you have a little bit more room and you're not facing Earl Thomas, all these caveats, you can simply attack cover 2 deep down the middle. Maybe you throw it to Julio. Boom, you bang that right there. Right, you split them, you get a huge gain, and that's what makes cover 2 beatable, manageable, and because you can give up such a big play. So how you take that away is you drop the middle linebacker in a deep zone, you faced it, it's tough. So give us an example of what that looks like.
Looks like this.
Looks like Bobby Wagner.
A lot of flats.
Oops, sorry, deep in the middle.
Hook.
And now I throw Julio, and I got a linebacker standing there. He does not always make the play, but he often just stands in the way. He forces you to drop it. He tips it. You don't want to throw it, and it's tough. It's really tough because then the area of the field that he is in, you know, you can there, but there's a user in the middle, and an above-average user is going to make that pick. He's not going to get sucked down too far, and that's what's going to happen, Gibbs. So, are you going to play a cat and mouse game with this, where you know, on the user side, you're throwing the streak so that if they drop too low, you can hit that.
But they see the safeties clamp down.
They come down and run, and it's tough. So, do you have thoughts on beating this defense? Also, you know, you have deep crossing routes and stuff like that where you want to hit on the other sideline. That's one way you can go about it. Do you feel like you get enough time in the pocket to kind of hit those? Say we go to like bunch trail, what would you set up?
Well, it's not bunch trail specifically, but I want you to quick audible to the right, inside post. The route that you specifically want to look at and find is the route to Sanu, Senior. That route is in a lot of formations and a lot of playbooks. In combination, no, leave Hooper over there.
Can I leave him over there?
Yeah, leave him over there.
Can't block him.
The route you want to focus on is the route to Sanu, in combination with a vertical and some type of drag to pull away Sanu. The route to Sanu, drag Hooper.
Okay.
The tight end. That route combination right there is going to help open up this route to Sanu as it breaks to the left sideline. Now, the one problem with this is you need a lot of time in the pocket. And if your opponent recognizes they can use it. But if you just need a route, a play, like that's going to get the guy open. Right? That will consistently beat these cloud flats. The problem that you run into is this. Now go back to that, right? When you play upper echelon players, you play the best players in the world. You run this a few times, they're going to be well aware of what you're doing.
Right.
So the second they see that route combination, they're also going to send pressure at you. The second you see that route combination, this is what happens. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's open? No, it's not. They're just going to take it away. They're going to literally use it and take it away. Well, now your dope play that beats cover 2 cloud flats is just ruined, right? So some of the things that you can do off of it, you know, you need to really play the dink and dunk underneath game, right? So, for example, run that same play, drag Hooper, drag Freeman. Okay. Now what ends up happening here is I'm going to roll and take away Sanu, and I got double drags now. So now you're really forced to go to the drag. You're forced to go there, and that's the game you play. That is what you do, and what becomes difficult is 3rd and 2. Okay. 3rd and 2 is the worst because your opponent has the context of the situation. They know what's going on. They're a good user player. You're playing a great competitive player. So what do they do in a 3rd and 2 situation? You're like, oh, they're going to go user Sanu. Snap the ball. Go. Drag. Take it away.
I want to throw the Sanu route now, but I can't because the pressure came in.
So that's what happens. That's the problem that you run into. Now, we could get into, is this time to get into what we're doing to the secret of the bunch? Or that for later?
Let's do a little tease, Gibbs.
Okay. All right.
It's what we in the biz call a tease.
A tease, okay, yeah.
So why don't you guys head on over, because we're going to keep going over this on This Week in Madden for the folks that watch this show live every Wednesday night at 8. We'll get into that. But if you're going to miss it, because we're going to end this video, you go over to youtube.com/sgibbs, and you see the secret of the bunch that we talked about that's going to help you beat this.
The quads bunch.
The
not,
quads
not,
bunch.
not just any bunch. The secret of the quads
bunch. And it's a lesson that it's going to learn and you're going to get help with. Okay. So those are some ways you can beat cover 2 deep. Hopefully that helps. You want them to do that. So you've got to force them to play that deep route. And if they don't, so say it's like 3rd and 7 and they're like, I'm not going to drop them deep that time, you got to make them pay with a backbreaker post. Because every now and then, if it's like 3rd and 5, I go, I'm not dropping Bobby Wagner deep today.
Yeah.
Not on this play, because he's been beating me over the middle, he's been exposing my user. I'm going to leave him there, and then I'm going to drop short. But then they stop kind of looking over the top once you've been dropping the middle deep quite a bit.